warm welcome to one and all present here at this wonderful venue. Hello, I'm Janmesh and we are all set to kick off with a brand new match of SPL. It's Crescent based Lackers versus Oberoi Gladiators. And Oberoi Gladiators have won the toss and opted to field first. Start off with the first over, he plays towards the point and that one goes all the way to the boundary ropes. Started off the innings with a boundary. Are we going to see a huge total over today? And after conceding boundary on the very first ball of the inning, they are making constant changes with the field setup. And now as it is a power play going on, there are only two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. One standing at the deep third man and another at the deep point. There's no one there at the fine leg. Can the batsman take advantage of that? Can the batsman take advantage of that? It will be interesting to see. He drives it off into the gap. Non-striker wanted to go for a single, but the striker denies. This time the bowler is missing his line, and it's a wide ball. This time he's missing his line again, and one more wide ball here. We're still seeing that pressure building over him of that conceding boundary on the very first ball of the inning. And what a delivery it was. A delivery with full of potential of taking a wicket. He needs to be this confidence enough throughout his spell. But he needs to understand that his captain has got him in for a reason. This time he flicks it off into the gap towards the square leg and goes for a single. Sumit needs to believe in himself because he's the captain of the team and he got plenty of wickets in the last match. And no one is stopping him to get wickets over here. So he should be just more confident and more focused. What a Yorker it was. A Yorker with full potential of taking a wicket. This time a swing and a miss. after the end of the first over. The score is 7 for the loss of no wickets. This time a gentle push towards the mid wicket and went for a sneaky single out there. A risky single. But my question is, do they need to take such kind of risk at the start of the game? Is there a need of taking such kind of risk? Because it can lead them to an early wicket and huge blow. Right now it's Meet Filora into attack. A man who got some unreal pace. He definitely has that potential of getting a wicket over here. And a short pitch delivery direct on the batsman's helmet. They will go for a single here. This is some kind of ruthless bowling going over here. What a pitch of delivery it was. Absolutely lethal, fearless and furious. This time, just a gentle push. And that ball finds its way all the way to the boundary ropes. And it's a 4. This time a pull over the square leg fielder. The ball finds its way all the way to the boundary ropes. And one more boundary over here of this over. And now by the end of the second over, the score is 17 for the loss of no wickets. It drives it towards the point and wanted to go for a single. But the non-striker denies, and a good decision by the non-striker, because if they would have opted for a run here, we would have seen a early huge blow to the batting side. This time just an edge, and that was over the third man fielder for a boundary. The bowler has been deceptive. The batsman is furious. Is all set to take over the bowling team. This time a flick, and again the striker wanted to go for a run, but the non-striker denies. I don't know what kind. Wicket, and again went for a sneaky single, a risky single instead. This time the bowler is missing his line, and it's a white ball. Needs to be more precise with his line. Just 2 deliveries left of this over. Now the bowler is making some changes in the field setup. There are only 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle as it is a power play going on. There's one there at the deep point and another at the deep square leg. There's no one there at the fine leg. There's no one there at the deep third man. He can use that thing as an advantage. Again, a sneaky single out there. Both the batsmen love risky singles. This is for sure. I think batsmen should try playing over the wicket. I mean behind the wicket. Because there's no one out there behind the wicket. Just keeper and the guy at the slip. That's it. This time a short pitch delivery. And the batsman was left clueless here. And now by the end of the 4th over, the score is 27. He's missing his line in the very first ball of this over, and it's a wide ball. This time he takes it off for a full toss, drives it into the gap. There's a fielder, Crescent there is chasing the ball, but the ball will win the race. And it's a boundary. 4 runs add to the team's total. This time just a gentle push towards the point, and they will opt for a single. A swing and a miss. A swing and a miss with full potential of taking a wicket and getting an edge. The batsman finds himself lucky. This time he steps out and plays that one through the mid-on towards the long on, and that ball finds its way to the boundary ropes. Again, he stepped out to play that ball. He finds an edge and he wanted to go for a run and he falls there on the pitch. And there was a possible run out. He filled a fumble and missed an opportunity. A swing and a miss. Again, he stepped out to hit that one. He misses. There was an opportunity of run out. And now by the end of the 5th over, the score is 37. Just a gentle push towards the third man and the ball finds its way to the boundary ropes. That is smart cricket. Finding the gaps and going for boundaries. Gautam Das. Gautam, Gautam Das has played 19 matches till now and has scored 303 runs. That is some kind of interesting stats. Is he going to go for big runs today? Are we seeing a 50 or a century incoming? There's a loud appeal from the bowler. But no, the umpire isn't interested. This time again, just a gentle push, but the fielder there and the third man stops the ball, showing off his football skills. Beautiful efforts by the fielder. Low shot played into the air towards the third man and opted for a single. Now just 2 balls left of power play. This time a push towards the point and will go for a single. And now just one delivery left of power play. And it's Gautam Das on strike. Will he go for a boundary? Or will he take his risky favorite single? He defends it well. And now by the end of the 6th over, the score is 45. And now after the end of the power play overs, the captain can have more fielders outside the 30-yard circle. You can see there's some discussion going on between both the batters about changing their strategies after the power play. And also the bowlers and the captain are having some discussion and making the change in the field setup as it is the end of the power play. Obviously the captain will have more fielders outside the 30-yard circle and they are setting up the field according to that. This time he pulls it off into the gap towards the square leg and finds his way to the boundary ropes. And this time it's Vikas Pai. Right now the field setup is as mentioned. One square leg, one deep mid wicket, one deep third man, one at the gully, one at the deep point, one at the deep extra square covers, one at the covers, one at the mid off, and one at the long on. There's no one there at the fine leg. The fine leg side is totally empty. Batsman can take the advantage of that. A short pitch delivery, and that one hits on his helmet. An edge on his bat and then on his helmet. And I guess he has got hurt. Maybe. No, he says it's fine. Non-striker is looking concerned about the striker. Was a kind of pace Anirban has. The non-striker is very well aware about it. This time Anirban is missing his line. And it's a wide ball. A short pitch delivery again, but this time the batsman pulls it off into the gap, goes for a single. And won't turn back for a two. There was a chance of taking the second run over there. Again a short pitch delivery. This time towards the off stump. And it's a dot ball. You can hear those cheers from Anirban's teammates. But he's bowling lovely. He stay consistent with it. This time he push it off towards the point and goes for a single. And Vikas has demanded for a different bat now. Is this new bat going to change his luck? And is he going to score more runs out here? Or is he going to... Well, let's not go negative, but what if his new bat helps him score big runs? And what if he gets a century today? He's looking all set, his walk is confident. Now after the end of the 7th over, the score is 52. This time he flicks it off, high in there. There is a fielder standing over there at the deep mid wicket. The ball goes over him, and that one goes sailing over the boundary ropes. And it's a 6. This time just a gentle push into the gap, and there were two fielders chasing the ball, but the ball wins the race and finds its way to the boundary ropes. And one more boundary over here. Defends it off well. And a dot ball after 2 consecutive boundaries. This time over the point. But will get just a single, because there was a fielder standing at the deep point, and he will save it. This time he plays it straight down the ground and goes for his favorite risky single. This time a loose shot towards the third man and will go for a single, but the batsman will find himself lucky that there was no one there at the third man. This time a push into the gap. Will go for a single. Will they turn back for a two? No, they aren't interested for a two. They're just going to go for boundaries or those risky singles. Time a short pitch delivery, but the batsman pulls it off into the gap towards the fine leg, and the ball finds its way all the way to the boundary ropes. An audacious shot it was. A short pitch delivery again, but this time he fails to pull it off. And a swing and a miss. This time just a gentle push towards the cover, and again wanted to go for a single, but the non-striker denies, and I guess it was a good call by the non-striker. Both the batsmen right there on the field loves to go for a risky single, but when they are the striker, whoever there is standing at the non-striker end is very well aware about what the situation is, and this time he pulls it off into the gap towards the mid-wicket and finds this boundary. A 4 by Vikas. And again, they stepped out. There was a chance of run out over here. The batsman finds himself lucky. The kind of game both the batsmen are on to today is going to cost them 1 wicket. And that too in run out. Short pitch delivery which makes him defend the ball. This time the bowler is missing his line, and a white ball. A white ball it is. This time just a gentle push and opts for a single. This time not a risky single, a comfortable single. and here we are after the end of the drinks break, and this time the keeper made a mistake and they will opt for a single. This time the batsman steps out, but the bowler is missing his line and it's a wide ball. This time he steps out and plays that one straight down the ground, but there is a fielder standing over there at the long on and he will take it. And it's the first wicket down. Vikas has to go back. Karan is the new batsman in. Karan has played 20 matches till now and has scored 235 runs. Flighted delivery, and this time just gentle push into the gap, and they will go up for a single, but there is a run out. And I told you at the start itself that their fawn behind going for a risky single will cause them a run out, and here it is. It's Gautam who has been sent back. This, the fond of going for risky singles, is going to cause them and costed them a run out over here in the 11th over. And with this wicket, Gandharv has got a second wicket in his first over itself. Are we going to see one more wicket incoming? This time, just a gentle push towards the fine leg, and there is a race between the bowler and the fielder. But the bowler wins the race, and bowler will finish the race first towards the boundary. Flighted delivery this time, and keeper has done a job, but is it a wicket? No, it isn't. The player was standing inside the crease. The batsman made no mistake over there. But what an over by Gandharv. And decisive over from the perspective of the game. This time he plays it off towards the mid wicket and will go for a single. Not this non-striker wanted to go for it second. This time he plays it high in the air, but the fielder standing at the long off fall shot. Standing at the long on fall shot, and the batsman will find himself lucky over here. Time he steps out and plays it high, and that one has went sailing out of the boundary ropes, and this one has went outside the ground. This one went. And the bowler wanted to go for a short pitch delivery over here. He wanted to go for a bouncer, but I guess the ball slipped out of his hand. This time he steps out and drives it. And there's a chance of run out. And it's a run out made over there. One more wicket down. And it's the third wicket. And this time again it's Gandharv. Till the 10th over, it was 0 wickets down. And after the drinks over, and after the drinks break, Gandharv Jain comes in, takes 2 wickets in his first over, and now one more wicket in his second over, and two of them are run out, which I mentioned very well at the start of the innings. This team is going to lose wickets in run out because these team loves to go for risky singles. Now he's going for his second delivery. This time he takes it off for a lower full toss and sends it off towards the boundary ropes. And it's a 4 over here. A short pitch delivery and he sweeps it off into the gap, goes for a single, but a comfortable single. This time he pulls it off, all the way sailing over the boundary ropes. And it's a 6. There was a call of catch it, but no, there's no one there in between the ball and the boundary. Now after the end of the 13th over, the score is 109 for the loss of 3 wickets. Now the captain has decided to take the pace off the ball and has got spinner into the attack. It's Ashok. And a swing and a miss, and he has been knocked off. And a wicket over here. Fourth wicket down. Sunil Kapoor. Now it's Sagar Sinha, the new batsman in. He's looking confident. A swing and a miss. This time he tries to play it straight. A swing and a miss, and one more dot ball over here. This time he drives it off towards the cover, and a dot ball. Now by the end of the 14th over, the score is 111 for the loss of 4 wickets. And what a bouncer! In the game, paces his game, And he shows that on the very first ball of his third over. This time a full end delivery, but he is missing his line this time, and it's a wide ball. Meath, trust me, you just need to be more precise with your line. You just need to bowl stump to stump. You are going to get a wicket over here in this over. The kind of pace you got is going to help you get a wicket. This time he plays it towards the third man, just a gentle push, and the ball will find it. Using Meath's pace very well, just directing the ball, and not going against the pace. And we can see there's some discussion between Meath and the captain, and they are making some changes in the field setup. They have sent one fielder there to the deep point, and asked the fielder standing at the point to move a little bit towards the gully. There's one there to the deep third man. No, but the fielder at the point has came back to his position, so no one at the gully. This time he plays it high in the air. There was a fielder, but he fumbles, and will he stop the ball? No, the ball will win the race. But an impressive effort by Gautam. He dived in all to save that one. Hundred marks to Gautam for his efforts. The way he dived in to save that boundary shows how invested he is in this game. This time a full end delivery, and knocks him off. A wicket over here. This is what I told at the start of his over. He just needs to bowl stump to stump, and he will get a wicket. And this is what he does, and he gets a wicket. Nikhil Dhawan has been sent back. 5th wicket down for Crescent base slackers. And what a kind. There's 2 balls left of this over, and what a wonderful delivery. we see one more wicket over here. This time a swing and a miss, but what a kind of delivery it was. Absolutely ruthless. He's keeping the pace in the game and relentlessly bowling those line and length and trying to get a wicket for his team. That is Meet Filara for you. Brought back into attack, and this time he drives it off through the covers and will get 4 runs over here. There is no need to run for that. There's no wicket down till the 10th over, and now 5 wickets down in 5 overs. A showcase of Willie bowler. He's keeping it tricky for the batsman and making it difficult for the batsman to go for a hit. Forget the boundary. He's not letting the batsman even go for a single. But Sagar Sanha is smart enough. He got the boundary on the very first ball of his over. And this time he has went for a single and will turn back for a 2, a comfortable 2. And will take 2 runs over here. They have opted for a single here, but the bowling team clearly thinks it's a wicket. But there's no reaction from the umpire. Yes, it is. It is a wicket. The batsman is going on towards the pavilion. It's a wicket. At the start, the umpire was a bit confused. He didn't react, but then he said that it's a wicket. And now the batsman is going on to the pavilion. And it's a 6th wicket down for the Crescent base slackers. This time it drives towards the cover, but will not go for a single. And this time he has knocked him off. And one more wicket out here of this over. And his 7th wicket down. And this time it's Yusuf Patel who has been sent back on Now after the end of the 16th over, the score is 126 for the loss of 7 wickets. And it's captain back into attack. It's Sumit back into attack for his last over. Will he find his first wicket over here in his last over? No one there, the deep mid wicket. Sumit going for his first delivery of his last over. Bowls the short pitch delivery and he stops it, and no run from this one. He's keeping it tricky. He's keeping it difficult for the batsman. It's Karan Jaju on strike. This time a swing and a miss. This time he plays it high. And there's been mistake made by the fielder standing over there at the boundary, and that one will go towards the boundary ropes. And it's a four. Played that shot behind. The non-striker wanted to go for a run, but the striker denies, and this time there's an overthrow, and they will go for a single. We'll find an extra over here. And as the bowler was missing his line, it's a white ball. time a short pitch delivery, just a gentle push towards the point, and that ball finds its way towards the boundary ropes, and it's a 4. This time he flicks it off and go for a single. And this time he plays it high, but there's no one there, and he'll find himself lucky, and that ball will go racing towards the boundary ropes, and there is no need to run for that because there is 4 written all over it. Now after 17 overs, the score is 142 for the loss of 7 wickets. This time he drives it off and will go for a single. And this time it's one more wicket down. The batsman has been knocked off. It's a wicket. And what a pitch of delivery it was. Just took the one stump off and got his first wicket. want to tell Vishal over here that even though you told me to appreciate Janak, I just want to tell you that I appreciated Janak even before you told me, because the kind of bowl he bowled was purely wicket taking, and the way he knocked him to that batsman was truly commendable. So a lot of appreciation to you, Janak, for taking your first wicket. This time Janak is missing his line, and it's a wide ball. This time he takes it off for a lower full toss and sends it off towards the boundary ropes. And it's a 4. Second boundary. This time just a gentle push, perfectly timed towards the cover. But the fielder standing over there at the long off will save it, and they will go for a 2. And now by the end of the 18th over, the score is 153 for the loss of 8 wickets. Now the captain has called Meads into attack. Meads Fillera, the man with pace. Is he going to get one more wicket over here? He's setting up the field. Or should I say he's setting up his trap for the batsman. He's making constant changes in the field setup. This time a short pitch delivery and a bouncer. They start off with a bouncer. A typical fast bowler. Pushing off the batsman onto the back foot with a bouncer. And unleashing his pace. This time again, is there an edge? There is a loud appeal from the keeper. But the umpire isn't convinced with that appeal. Can we see a wicket incoming? This time he plays it off and the ball goes towards the third man and they will get a single. He tried to play it straight down the ground, wasn't able to. I think the batsman should stay shriveled enough and should use meat space and should just give his ball the direction to go towards the boundary and not go against his pace. He's shifting the player standing at the deep fine leg to move a little bit towards the leg side. This time he has played it straight, and this ball has found its way racing towards the boundary rope, and it's a one bounce four. Third boundary by Sharad. And now, after conceding this boundary, Meath has asked the player standing at the deep fine leg to come in towards the fine leg, and he has sent the fielder standing at the mid on to the long on. Goes for a full and delivery this time, and goes for a single. Will they turn back for a rule? The non-striker wants to, but no, he won't. He knows that what kind of mistake his teammates made, and he won't repeat it. That's a good sign when you learn from your teammates' mistake. Not going for a risky single. Going for the last delivery. This time he tries to pull it off, but it's a dot ball. And now by the end of the 19th over, the score is 159 with a loss of 8 wickets. Now just 1 over left of first innings. Going for a full and delivery this time, but he drives it off into the gap towards the long off. And the ball finds its way towards the boundary ropes. The very first ball. And fourth boundary from Sharad's bat. Short pitch delivery this time, and he's played that one high. There is high into it. There is a possible catch, but no. The fielder falls short, and they will turn back for two. And hence the batsman will find himself lucky over here. Still 4 balls left. And Sharad is playing a very important knock over here. 22 runs off just 9 balls, playing at a strike rate of 244. This time he tries to play it straight, but the bowler will stop it himself. And is there a run out? Yes, there is a run out. And it's 9th wicket down. The non-striker stepped out and went for a run. And when he tried to come back, the ball touched Tanish's hand, and it. And it's 3 balls left of this inning. Will this team manage to able one more wicket over here? Short pitch delivery and a swing and a miss. He's keeping it tight. He wants one more wicket over here. He wants. You can hear those cheers that they want to send the team all out. This time he has played it high. It's high in the air. And the fielder will fall short and only a single. Both the batsmen ran so fast that both the batsmen fell there on the crease. The last delivery of the first inning. This time he finds an edge, and that one goes running towards the boundary rope through the fine leg, and the fielder there will stop it. And no, the ball has won the race towards the ropes, and it's a 4. And now by the end of the first inning, the score is 170. And now the team over at Gladiators need 171 runs to win this match. here we are with the run chase. And Karanjit has started off the run chase with 2 consecutive boundaries. This time he plays it straight, and no, the non-striker has opted for a run, but no, he has to go back because Karanjit got other plans. He won't go for a run over here. He'll just go for boundaries. He wants to finish it quick. He's in a hurry. This time he plays it towards the mid-wicket and opts for a run, but has to come back because there was a fielder present over there at the mid-wicket. Nice comeback by the bowler. 3 consecutive dot balls after conceding 2 consecutive boundaries at the first 2 balls. This time he plays it high, straight towards the long off. That one has been sent all the way to the boundary ropes. And third boundary from Karanjit's bat. And after the end of the first over, the score is 12. Start off with 2 dot balls, and now this time he has played a powerful shot over the mid-wicket for a 6. And this time it's not Karanjit, this time it's Sumit, the captain of the team. And this time, a tricky delivery, and that one goes direct onto the stump. And the captain has been knocked off. He has to go back, but he somewhere looks disappointed. And it's a huge blow to the batting side. The batsman has been sent back. An interesting start to the run chase. And now the team Oberoi Gladiators require 153 runs of 110 balls. A short pitch delivery, and it took the pace off the ball, and that was a slower bouncer. Not a bouncer, but a slower delivery. Time a drive through the covers, and no run from this one. Time he tries to sweep it off, but a tricky delivery from the bowler that stops him to do that. This time a shot towards the fine leg. The fielder over there is trying to stop it, showing off his football skills, but somewhere he stopped it, but the ball slips out of his foot, and it goes for a boundary. This time he has played it hard, and that one has found its way all the way towards the boundary ropes. There's 4 written. And what a delivery it was. The keeper did his job, but the batsman was straight there inside the crease. This time he plays it high, straight down the ground. And this one has found its way all the way sailing over the boundary ropes. This time he tries to push it, but the bowler being Willie, he keeps it away from the batsman. And now after the end of the third over, the score is 32 for the loss of no one wicket. This time he drives it through the covers and won't go for a run. There's Karanjit standing on the non-strike. He wanted to go for a run, but no, Anirban denies. And a good decision by Anirban, because if they would have opted for a run over there, there would have been a wicket. This time he finds an edge, but also finds himself lucky because the ball goes running towards the boundary rope. And it's a 4. There's 4 written all over it. There's no need to run for that. This time he defends it off well. Or should I say the bowler makes him defend that ball. And as it is a power play going on, there are only 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. One at the deep square leg and another at a deep point. And this time he steps out to play a huge shot, but the bowler takes him off. He knocks him off and Karanjit has been sent back. And it's second wicket down for the team overall Gladiators. Now it's 37. Going for the last delivery of the over. And he defends it off. Or as I said earlier, the bowler made him defend that. And now by the end of the fourth over, the score is 37 for the loss of 2 wickets. And now the team Oberoi Gladiators require 134 runs in 96 balls. This run chase still looks easy, but the bowlers are going to make it look difficult, especially Sagar Sinha. Got 2 wickets. First wicket is first over, second wicket in his second over. 1 wicket per over. That is Sagar Sinha's strategy. It's Adarsh brought back into attack. It's brought into attack for his first over. This time he flicks it off into the gap and the ball finds its way to the boundary ropes towards the fine leg. And that's a 4. Second boundary by Anirban. A short pitch delivery and the batsman gets an edge, but the keeper misses and they will opt for a single here. This time he tries to play it towards the long on, but it's a swing and a miss. But if the set would have touched the ball would have been sent direct out of the ground. But here we should appreciate the bowler. He's keeping it tricky. He's making it difficult for the batsman. This time again he tries to swing it hard but misses and will go for a run over here, and the umpire signals byes. Time plays it off towards the point, goes for a single. Will they turn back for a 2? No, they won't. They're comfortable with single right now. And now by the end of the 5th over, the score is 44 for the loss of 2 wickets. And now the team Oberoi Gladiators require 127 runs in 90 deliveries. it's time for the last over of the power play. And as it is a power play going on, there are only two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. One there at the deep mid wicket and another at the deep point. There's no one there at the fine leg right now. This time just a gentle push towards the mid wicket and will go for a single. And now it's Sid on strike. I think Sid should look at the field set up and should use it wisely because there's no one there at the fine leg. Just a gentle push towards the fine leg and that goes straight all the way towards the boundary ropes. What a delivery, but this time the bowler is missing his line. That's a wide ball. He defends it off. Time he plays it high, it's high in there, hasn't got the distance, and there is a fielder who will take it. He's taken it, and it's a wicket. Sid has to go back, and it's the third wicket down. Sid has to go back on a duck. It's Sharad who has got his first wicket. After the third wicket, the batsman is being more careful. A lethal delivery, making it difficult for the batsman and tempting the batsman to go for a big hit. This time a push towards the point. Will they go for a single? Yes, there is a confusion between the batsmen. And is there a wicket? No, it isn't. The batsman was inside the crease before the stumping was done. But a great call, even after that misunderstanding. Because there's some sort of misunderstanding between both the batsmen. Both the batsmen opted for a run and then suddenly denied. They suddenly turned back. And he got inside the crease before the stumping was done. And now after the end of the power play, the score is 46 for the loss of 3 wickets. Now the team Oberoi Gladiators require 125 runs in 84 balls. Now as it is the end of the power play overs, the captain can have more fielders outside the 30-yard circle. And it's spinner brought back into attack. Not brought back into attack, brought into attack, and the batsman plays in towards the third man, and that one goes racing towards the boundary ropes. This time he plays it high, and that is huge. Sent out of the ground. He has delivered that one into a different postcode. This time a short pitch delivery, and it's a wicket! A wicket over here. It's the fourth wicket down. It's Anirban who has been sent back. And it's first wicket for Janil. You can hear those cheers of one more wicket. They want one more. There's some sudden fall of wickets in the team Oberoi Gladiators. One batsman after the another is going back. But this time the bowling team got a wicket in the odd over. Before this it was in the second over, then in the fourth over, then in the sixth over. But this time they have changed the pattern. They have got a wicket in the odd over. This time he flicks it off into the gap. He wanted to go for a run, but no, he won't. And a good decision, because if he would have opted for a run. It was clear run out over there. The bowler makes him defend. The bowler makes him defend that ball. And now by the end of the 7th over, the score is 56 for the loss of 4 wickets. And now the team Oberoi Gladiators require 115 runs in 78 deliveries. You can see that pressure building up on the batting team after losing back-to-back wickets. This time he tries to swing it hard, but it's a swing and a miss. But what a kind of delivery it was. A delivery with full potential of getting a wicket. Time he flicks it off into the gap towards the square leg and gets his boundary. A much needed boundary. This boundary still can't relieve that pressure, but still. He swings it hard, but swing and a miss. This time he takes it off for a lower full toss, and non-striker wanted to go for a run. But a good decision by the striker to not go for a run. This time he goes for a shorter pitch delivery, and this time he plays it off straight towards the point. The fielder at the deep point tries to stop it with his football skills with the foot, but he fails to, and that one slips it out and goes towards the boundary ropes. And it's a 4. And now after the end of the 8th over, the Score is 64 for the loss of 4 wickets. But still the team Oberoi Gladiators require 107 runs from 72 deliveries to win this match. And the team Crescent base lackers requires only 6 wickets. This time the ball is went running towards the boundary rope, but there is a fielder standing over there at the boundary ropes behind the keeper Ranga. He stops it off well. And he stops it well and saves those 4 crucial runs for the team. A short pitch delivery. Which makes the batsman clueless. What a kind of delivery it was! He had to defend it. This time he plays a tie. That one is huge, but there is a fielder. Will he stop it? Will he stop it? Has he stopped that ball? It's a question. Yes, he has. Wonderful efforts by the fielder. Standing there at the deep mid wicket. He saves those 6 crucial runs for the team. A short pitch delivery and the ball has went up high. And the keeper does his job well. And he celebrates that one. And a wicket down. One more wicket down it is. It's the 5th wicket down for the team Oberoi Gladiators. What a pitch of delivery it was. He bowls a short pitch delivery. The batsman tries to play it high. It goes high in the air. And then gets it as sun. And one last over before the rings break. It's spin abroad into attack. He plays it off towards the mid wicket. Goes for a single. This time the bowler has knocked him off. And it's a wicket. The sixth wicket down. And now the team over at Gladiators are 68 for 6. The team Crescent base slackers have made it totally difficult for overall Gladiators to stay in this match, taking back-to-back wickets. This time it finds an edge, but just gets saved by luck. Still a delivery left of this over. Can Janil manage one more wicket over here? This time the bowler makes him defend that one. And now after the end of the 10th over, the score is 69 for the loss of 6 wickets. It's spinner brought back from other end, but he's missing his line in the first ball, and he started off with a white ball. It's Sunny Shah here for his first over. He plays a loose shot towards the mid wicket and opts for a single. what a deliberate one. A delivery with full potential of taking a wicket. A flighted delivery and just a push towards the third man and goes for a single. Flighted delivery and this time he sends it off towards the mid wicket and goes for a single. And now the team Oberoi Gladiators requires 98 runs of 56 deliveries. This time the bowler is missing his line. It's a wide ball. Flighted delivery and he flicks it off into the gap, opts for a single. Will they turn back for a two? No, they won't. Just a single from this one. Delivery again, but this time the bowler is missing his line. And it's a wide ball. This time a flighted delivery plays it high. And there was a chance of getting a wicket. But a catch dropped by the keeper. But definitely an impressive try. And now after the end of the 11th over, the score is 77 for the loss of 6 wickets. And now the team Oberoi Gladiators require 94 runs of 54 deliveries. A swing and a miss. This time he plays it off towards the point and finds his way to the boundary ropes. They still got some hopes. They still can win the match from this time a lethal delivery from runs. This time he plays it towards the mid-on. Goes for a single. They still need 90 runs of 50 balls. He takes it off for a full toss, drives it and goes for a single. And now after the end of the 12th over, the score is 84 for the loss of 6 wickets. And the team over at Gladiators still requires 87 runs in 48 deliveries. It's going to be difficult for them, but not impossible. This time just a push towards the point, and it's a boundary. A much needed boundary from Neeraj's bat. He's looking for his third one. This time he drives it and goes for a single. He has played that one huge. There is a fielder, but he will miss that one. And the ball has been sent towards the boundary ropes, and it's a 4. This time the bowler is missing his line. And it's a white ball. time he swings it hard, but a swing and a miss. This time, he flicks it off towards the fine leg and gets a boundary. This time a flighty delivery and he tries to push it off, but a dot delivery this one. The bowler has been deceptive. He's tricking the batsman. He's not letting him go for big hits, but he's tempting him to go for one. Flighted delivery, and this time the batsman has played it high. There's no one under the ball, but the fielder dives in to save, get it, but he fails to, and the batsman will find himself safe over here. Hard luck, buddy. but you're definitely going to get a wicket. Fly the delivery and tries to swing it hard, but a swing and a miss. And now it's Adarsh to attack. He's setting up the field. It's going over the wicket and started off with a dot delivery. And it's 100 runs up for the team. And now the team Oberoi Gladiators require 71 runs of 35 deliveries. This time he tries to pull it off and will go for a single. A short pitch delivery this time, and the ball has went up high in there. He hasn't got the distance, but there's no one there at the long on, and he will get a boundary over here. A one bounce four. This time a short pitch delivery, and that one hits direct on his chest. The ball finds its way. 7th wicket down. And now by the end of the 15th over, the score is 107 for the loss of 7 wickets. And now the team over at Gladiators requires 64 runs of 30 balls. Required run rate of 12.80. This time he plays it loose towards the point, and no run from this one. This time he tries to swing it hard, and there is an appeal for a wicket, but no. The batsman was stayed inside the crease. This time he plays it towards the mid wicket. Goes for a single and wanted to go for it too, but the non-striker denied. He takes it off for a full toss, plays over the fine, throws over the point and finds his way all the way to the boundary ropes. Short pitch delivery, just a gentle push towards the point. The ball is running towards the boundary rope, but the fielder will save it. Will they go back for a two? No, they won't. This time he plays it huge. And this one has went sailing out of the boundary ropes. It's a 6. Now by the end of the 16th over, the score is 119 for the loss of 7 wickets. And now the team over at Gladiators require 52 runs in 24 deliveries with a required run rate of 13. And a smart move by the bowler. His man kept the non-striker. Non-striker stepped out of the crease even before the ball was bowled. And suddenly, Ravichandran Ashwin entered. What a kind of delivery it was. The bowler is being ruthless. He's tricking the batter. Short pitch delivery this time and he has knocked him off. 9th wicket down. And what a delivery it was. And it's 9th wicket down. One more batsman sent back. And now just one more wicket left. Short pitch delivery this time, and he plays it off with soft hands towards the mid wicket and goes for a single. And Sagar Sinha has got 3 wickets till now. He got his 3rd wicket in his 3rd over. And still 3 balls left of his over. Can he get one more wicket over here? Can we see one more wicket incoming? There was a strong appeal from the keeper. I thought it was hitting his pads, but the umpire thinks otherwise. This time it drives it off towards the cover. Goes for a single. The striker has went for a single. And an easy run out. And the 10th wicket has been down. And with this, the team Crescent Base Likers have won this match. And the last wicket has been went down in Sagar Sinha's over. And the team Crescent Base Likers have won this match by 49 runs.